Hey friends, Wayne over here at the Ram Man. Hey, we got a client that sent back a second generation booster. Now I will tell you, out of all the things that we made, I don't know, like 670 of these have sold. There's only been like 2 that have ever tested bad. And so they sent this back to us. Now I've been out of the loop, but Kate said something about the mechanic talking about hearing noise from the rear of the booster. Now, let me preface this because I don't know the outcome, but I know when we get car owners and mechanics involved in a handful of times over the last 30 years, poor communication, this one's covering his ass, this one's covering his ass, this one's doing this, and we're out here on the... So, we gonna see. But here's what I can tell you about the second generation booster. It is the biggest success of all time. But now, you have to be careful, and we tell people in the directions. So, number 1, master cylinder studs are only supposed to be 100 inch-pounds or less. That only works out to about 12 foot-pounds. We get people that use impacts and ratchets and twist these fuckers off. The other thing is, too, this is an original Bendix. It has a small hub in it. It has a small hub in it. The second generation Bendix booster. We had to use some European Volvo guts to make it work. They're very smooth and they actually outperform the original ones, but this hub is bigger. That's why it won't go through. See, this is a busted hub. That's why it won't go through the firewall unless you trim it. That's why you can't use the factory firewall plate. And that's why in the beginning we made these notes. It won't fit. Be careful. 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 One more time. Be careful and follow the directions. That's what this says. Because it happened the first few months that they were out. I just showed you one with a broken hub. A booster won't work. So, this one's got coming from Ocean City, Maryland, some, I don't know, Ron, but anyway. Got beat up a little bit. I'm going to go as fast as I can. I've got videos on testing boosters, and we don't have to do this but about twice a year. We got a pretty little letter. Says we suck. Poor communication. My calls. Blah, 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 blah. I suck, ain't no good. That's the gist of it. The only thing I know of is Kate told me last week or whatever this mechanic said. Like I said, for reviews, you always run into problems when you got the car and the mechanic and... So what have we got here? Anyway, he said he heard a noise coming from the rear of the booster. Now, sometimes you will hear a little bit of noise because that is the air intake. Most people don't know that. That's the intake and the exhaust because these diaphragms move. Like I said, there's only been like 2 out of 670. Busted hub. Busted to smithereens. Now, I'm going to tell you how this happened. Got it out of the box, jammed it up against the firewall, and tightened it down. And did not pay any attention to the directions at all. This is one This is from about 4 years ago. That's right. A booster will not work or seal up with a busted hub. It just can't. So, this unit was installed wrong and it's broken to smithereens. Now, if you think that I'm going to be responsible for that, with huge warnings, you got another thing coming. 2 out of 670 tested no good, and I had to eat my words. I can't say that about any other product. We got several dozens over 30 years, or even more, on some products. Once again, I'm going to show you how to check a booster. You need to check 3 things. Does the can hold vacuum? You don't need a vacuum pump or a test stand or whatever. All you need is a hose off your engine. You need to check and see if it has power assist. And then you need to check and see if it'll recover. 2 of these things you can do a field install. Like I said, if you can't field install a booster before you send it back, you're incompetent, you're using the wrong mechanic, or all of the above, and on top of that, don't know what the F they doing. We have vacuum on this. It is now easy. It is easy to do. We got the assist. This vacuum is obvious. This booster is holding vacuum. You don't need just any old hose off of any old engine. You notice that it is holding vacuum. So that means that everything is leak-free and it's not leaking down. So the can and all of the seals are good. We're going to hit the brakes. And this one bleeds down. This is one sent in for repair. You see it holding vacuum? That's really all you gotta do. And then you got this piece. So, we all know what happened. Got it out of the box, stuck it up against the firewall. Didn't look at nothing. Didn't flip through nothing. So, I know the same thing I used to do, and I still do to this day. You know what I do with directions? I just got me an outside pool box. Come in a couple days ago. You know what I did? Threw that shit in the trash. Didn't read one word. And you know what? Let me tell you something. Some bitch is sitting right out there because I can't put it together because I don't know how the brackets go left, right, and they're all confusing. God bless you. God bless America. And happy Moparing.